We're back here with another video, and to all the first time viewers and investors, welcome to the channel, and to all the subscribers, welcome back. All I ask for in return is for you to smash that like button to let me know you watch this video, helps out the YouTube channel, and lets me know you appreciate the time and effort I put into making these videos. Now, what are we going to discuss in this video? We're going to talk about the top 2 stocks setting up to explode and have potential moving forward that you want to know about now, before tomorrow, and going into the next several days. But before we look at those 2 charts and those 2 stocks, I want to share with you guys the home run of the day that I mentioned this morning over at the Discord, and we're going to jump into these charts right after. The home run of the day was spectacular. It went beyond 20% plus, which is what we call here on Invest for Tomorrow a home run. We're going to look at it, but if this is something that interests you and you want to become part of, you're more than welcome to join us. The link is down below in the description to the Discord, and by joining, you'll become part of a growing community of investors, all looking to learn and grow together. So we have CWBR. This one right here gave us about 10 to 15% jumps. Then we got FULC. It was much riskier today than yesterday. We caught this one in the 12s, nearly doubled, and today it reached highs of about $24, pulled back, and on its dips and rips gave about 5 to 10% jumps. And our home run of the day that broke out beyond 20% was DYAI. And we're going to look at that right here in just a moment. I mean, this chart presented multiple opportunities. The first opportunity was in the pre-market, 5 to 10%, pulled back down towards the bell, took off 10 to 20%, pulled it back again to 410, and ripped for a 30% plus opportunity in a matter of minutes, pulled back down and gave multiple jumps of 5 to 10%, 5 to 15%, and then from this low here to this high again, gave nearly a 20% plus opportunity. So it gave 2 home run opportunities multiple times. I mean, this was spectacular. This is what we look for daily, 5 to 10% on a regular day, 10 to 20% is a great day, and a home run is 20% plus. This is something you can become part of as well, and we look forward to having you join us. Let's talk about the chart and everything about it moving forward. So the first stock is xela Technologies Inc. A lot of investors are waiting for that squeeze to happen. We saw a small squeeze happen way back here when it ran from about $1.80 and way down here at $1.40 up to $3, pulled back and took off to $5. And a lot of investors are anticipating this run again right here. That run from $1.62 to $7. Now, the reason why this stock ran so much had to do with a short squeeze, huge short positions, and it had just gone through a split earlier in the year. So it's important to be aware of that split, that 1 to 3 split, when it actually was falling and then it took off. Now, it did small squeezes here, and a lot of investors are anticipating for this to go even further the longer it holds up from these lows down here of 120, 130, all the way to where it is now. It has been showing some strength, and a lot of investors are not just in this for the squeeze, if not even the long haul. But if a squeeze happens, I'm sure investors will be excited. So right now, this stock is definitely in a position of strength. Went to the lows down here of 222. Most recent high is 352. So within this channel, there has been strength, guys. It's been fighting, and through all of this, holding itself up. The most recent low was down here at 275. If it breaks through that, the next low would be 246, and then we got 222. But this stock has been holding up, fighting through the volatility up and down, and I mean, just looking at it based off the charts, if you zoom this in and start focusing in a lot closer, the most important point that we want to see this breakthrough is the resistance level of 354 and stay above today's lows of 276 to show some strength. So if this stock pulls back down to 276, I would watch carefully how it reacts between 276 and way down here at the 250s, 246 mark to see if the bulls are trying to fight right back up. But if it breaks through 246, this could be a sign that it's getting closer to that low of 222. And if it breaks through 222, it could be on its way down to newer lows and going into further weakness. So you want to be aware of support levels as well, because even though there's upside potential and there's been strength, you want to know how far down this could go and where this is actually looking like weakness. So I'm going to be watching if it holds up above 276 or heads back towards it, uses that support, and if it bounces off of it, it could be a sign of strength to push up higher, and then they have to break through 322, And obviously the most significant resistance level up here the bulls need to break through is 354 to continue the momentum to the upside, as we see here in the chart, and continue pushing upwards, creating a possible squeeze, forcing shorts to cover and go from being bears into bulls. But not only is it possible of a squeeze, but a lot of bulls like this stock because of the story in the long term, not just now in the short term, but the long trajectory of opportunity for this stock, this sector, and this niche. Now, the next one is WORX. Now, this is a stock that's a little bit more speculative than xela Technologies. They're actually both penny stocks and pretty speculative, but we've seen in the history of the charts what this is capable of taking off to, right? It went from $2 and some change all the way up to $14 in that squeeze. It's been jumping several times, and the stock just recently jumped back in July 14th and recently jumped earlier this month. We talked about this one over in our group over at the Discord, and it jumped up in those days. Now, it took off for several days, and it started way down here at 185. Then it went back up to threes, then threes and some change, and then went highs here of $5 and some change, and it's falling. Now, this is a stock that it's not one I'm watching with rush, but it is one to be aware of that could set up to explode. The reason being is because it's curvaturing, right? It's not like just a down straight slope. It's curvaturing, like it wants to consolidate. Now, if this stock consolidates within this area, right, of 294 and the highs here right now of 339 in this area right here, and there's some strength, then it's going to get to a point where all it takes is a catalyst to push it up, bounce off, and reach newer highs, creating short squeezes where shorts will have to cover. Now, if it breaks through 294, the next point of reference I would watch is 251, and then down here at 222. So I would watch closely these levels here, right? If I draw lines here, I would watch how it's doing within these levels, or if it goes down here and how it's doing at these levels, because it has to show strength. If it breaks through 222, this could be on its way down to $2. Way down here are the 190s, and that is just a pure sign of weakness. Okay, so that is something to be aware of. So important to watch within these levels what's going on, but they could be dip opportunities before it explodes, or the dip is right before our eyes. That's why you want to watch these levels. You want to watch the charts very closely, but the opportunities are forming, right? That's what it's all about. This is definitely one to watch and pay close attention to before it sets up to explode. And the worst case scenario is that you just continue watching it as it goes down, and at these levels it has proven itself through history of the chart that around 180, 160 is a floor for this stock to actually consolidate before it takes off again, whether it goes up 10, 20, 30%, 100%, all the way up to 300% like it did here from way down here to way up here. I mean, that was pretty explosive, and we caught it pretty much in the middle of its run when we mentioned it over at the group. But it's all about preparing and watching these stocks closely that tend to actually run. So pay attention to this one. Don't forget, this is not financial advice. This is just me enlightening you guys on the stocks I'm watching, why I'm watching them, and I like to catch them before they take off. And if they show signs of weakness, patience and dedication to the charts is going to pay off when that reversal actually happens. As always, guys, thank you guys so much for watching, and let's make some money.